Hello, Red Pill. I figured I'd do a video for you. Yeah, it's funny. I talked to my Apache friend, and the way he's been treated, you know. I live in South Carolina. Yeah, it's just, it's pretty obvious that white people create the laws on how we live, you know, because it always goes back. They always believe in the past. They always use the past history because they are the creators of this reality. You know, white people are the creators of this reality. All I'm doing is following their structure, their laws, their everything that to survive. I understand. You know, you're not really free in this reality. This what you call matrix. You're not really that free at all, to be honest. An animal, I look at an animal, like a bird. A bird is more freer than a human, you know. But a bird has to survive, so they create groups. They're always in a group sometimes, you know. But they have the options to fly free. They have the options to don't have to worry about showing paperwork when they cross borders. If you compare a bird to a human being. I compare myself to an animal. I look at myself as an animal, and my version of freedom. And I look at myself as a pact, of animals in a pack, that all depending on each other to survive, to rely on each other. That's how I depend. That's how I look at myself. In this world, this white world that you see today, it's so individualized. You know, it's so individualized. It's a structure that's already a failure. I look at the structure of this, because it's all began in America. It's all began by the white person. You know, And my Apache friend that I talked to, yeah, he notices it. He sees it, you know? My Apache friend sees it clear as day how he's been treated, how they mistreat him, and especially when it comes to work ethics and the belief in what why should we believe in white work ethics? So there's a couple people that I like that I see in this reality, and it's like only a person who would defend this structure of individuality, this separation, segregation. It's not really a collective society, you know, an individual who are not in a collective society, you're all backstabbers. You're all out to kill each other. You're all. It's like that's why I always break things down. In this reality, because it always relate to white people to everything. When I graduated high school, I had to take white history. I had to take white history in order to get my diploma. And I realized, all my life that I've been working. I've been working, like I said, I've been working 25 years, and every one of them that I work for a white person. Every fucking one. I worked for a white person. And you think there's something wrong with me. You know? Everybody that sits in the fucking office that I've seen, that they're all white. You know? Every fucking person that I see, they're all fucking white. I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. in my reality that I live in. I'm sorry to say that, but I know that not all white people are bad. I could say that not all white people are that bad. So, you know, the very few friends I have that follows me, the very few friends that follow me actually, like I said, actually sees right through me, understand what it's like. But it's like, it's all about them. It's always all about them. You know, they're the ones who are in control. They're the one who creates the laws. You know, they're the one who's creating this. I don't know. To me, this is madness. Working every fucking day. It's like, it's just, there's no end in this working. In this so-called matrix of slavery. That's what I call it, matrix of slavery. I've been an animal. An animal is more freer than a human being, but at the end, the human being is always hunting the animal down. You know, or humanoids always hunting the animal down. It's like, I envy the bird sometimes. I envy the birds that flies across borders without being checked. Because every time you go somewhere, you're always being checked, your background checked, you're being monetized. You know, it's a paranoid system that we live in, because it's so paranoid. You know, it's way too paranoid. Yeah, white people. White people are the ones who's taking the credit for everything. So yeah, why don't if they're gonna take the credit, why don't they take the blame? You know, your environment. These human body depends on water, food, and the air. These human bodies depend on water, food, and air, and you have to pay for it. You tell me what's wrong with that picture. If the planet is providing you water, food, and air, why are you paying for it? Why do people have to profit off of it? Because this is definitely not. It doesn't belong to these fucking white people. It's like they just want to make our lives more miserable. They want to make our lives miserable. They don't want. It's not an equal. There's no equality in this life, in this matrix, red pill. There's no equality at all. But it's always in favor of one race and everything. It's always going to be in favor of one race. The owners of these big, huge business are all white. The pyramidal system, like I said, this whole system is a pyramid, and it's all white based. In a pyramid system, there is no justice. There's no such thing as justice. Always in favor of the one on top of the pyramid. Yeah, blame. Yeah, I blame the white people right now. I hold them responsible for their greed, their action of inequality all life. And they fuck their own kind too. They would fuck their own kind, like I said. You know, the inequality to all life, because it's always the one who profits. The ones who profit off everything, off the resources, off this land. Yeah, I hold them responsible. I would hold them responsible for it. Yeah, I wouldn't hesitate. I'm not hesitating. I ain't changing my mind. I don't give a fuck what you fucking say out there. Yeah. Yeah, you could be human. Yeah, it's funny about white people. It's like, yeah, we're sucked in. We're pulled into them. We are pulled into their structure of way of living. We are pulled into it. You know, getting out of it is funny about getting out of this reality, this matrix, this so-called freedom they call it. Yeah, you could walk. I could walk out of it, walk away from everything. Yeah, I could walk away from everything. You know, but the structure is so we're so addicted to their way of life. We're so addicted to living the way they live. You know, and it's funny about freedom. There's no land that I can go to. You have to buy a piece of land to escape. Unless you want to go to Alaska. Alaska has a lot of free land. And yeah, that's the only place I can go is Alaska. But yeah, why do I want to? Sometimes I ask myself, why do I want to go to Alaska? Because all the land, every land out there is taken by businesses. So there's no place for me to go. There's no place for me to go. And if I do have a off the grid systems, somebody's going to complain. There's always going to be some white person or somebody's going to complain about living off for free. Living for free someone's going to complain because they don't like that when you do what you're doing. Because they make up this law that you can't. In reality, you can't live freely for anything. It all costs money. It's all based on money, and the money is right now is all white. The money, the energy is all white. You can see that. I get these haters, these white people, these haters, that's what I call them, because they don't like exactly what I say, because they don't want to hear the truth. The truth is, the white people has dominated every race, except for a few indigenous, they dominated every race on this fucking planet, they are in control. They are in control. That's the reality of it. They're easy to control. According to the non-humans, white people are more easy to control, and they're not even gonna realize that they are easy to control. Blame. I don't know. I like somebody needs to blame. I will blame. I don't care how long it takes me to do. Our taxes. It's white. We pay our taxes. That's white. It's a slave system. We are a slave in this matrix reality, whether you like it or not. This is a prison system. If I stop paying, for example, being a debt slave. Debt slave, is that positive to be a debt slave? Is it positive to be a debt slave? Nope, I don't think so. I'm completely burnt out on my job. 25 years of driving trucks, and my body's wearing down. My mind, I'm mentally going. My job is my body is tearing apart because of these greedy ass fucks. These greedy ass fucks don't have a conscience at all. My body is, and I don't have retirement. I don't have retirement, so I know exactly what my ending's gonna be. I know exactly what my ending's gonna be. You know? You know, my body, I'm done. You know, I feel like I'm just done with it. You know, I rather say what I'm gonna say for all my experience that I worked in my job. It's like I came out with nothing. You know, I came out with nothing. That's all I can say. I didn't learn shit, but same repetitive bull crap every fucking day of making a dollar bill. You know, same repetitive bull crap every day of making a dollar bill. You know, and these fuckers who are trolling me, you know, they're just another greedy ass young fuck who really don't know exactly what's going on and what they don't even know what life is really, you know, because life is gonna tear you apart, you know, life is gonna tear you guys apart and use you until there's nothing left. Because yeah, it's white people that's controlled me and pushes me every fucking day. You know, it's funny. All my dispatchers were named Dave. Yeah, all my dispatchers were named Dave. You know, all my dispatchers were all white. All the business people that I used to work for were all white. You know, all my every trucking company I had, they were all white. You know. And they can fire on my ass anytime they want. You know, I realize they can fire on me anytime they want. They don't have to pay my retirement. You know, business in this kind of structure, they don't have to pay for my retirement. You know, they don't have to pay for anything. You know, I know one of my lies. I was a Cherokee Indian, a native. You know, and I enjoyed being a Cherokee native. You know, I remember one of my lies. I enjoyed it. The, you know, actually had the freedom to, you know, it's like there's more freedom being in the woods, being one with the environment. Yeah, I hunted, you Another part of me, I was a Bigfoot. I seen part of my lives. I've seen some of my lives. I was a Bigfoot. That's talk about freedom. Being the having an environment where you can freshly smell air and drink the most cleanest water, you know, or create a system to clean water without these fucking fluoridic system that we have on this fucking structure that we live on right now, you know. Real food, you know. Yeah, I hunted. Yeah, blame, you know. I will always blame the white people. Yeah, so in this life right here, I will blame the white people. Yeah. It'll come down to that. Whether you like it or not, I will blame the white people. Because they're the one who's keeping all the secrets. They're the one who's not sharing. You know, they're the one who's making life miserable by profiting off everybody else. Majority, the ones on the top. You know, that's all I'm saying. Because it's founded. If you understand the founders of this fucking country is all white, you know, and they always go by that. They always go by the past. They always use the past, saying that it's the greatest thing in the world. You know, they always believe in the past as it was the greatest thing in the world. You know, profit making is not an profit making is not an equal. There's no equality in profit making. You know. You know, that's why I always questions the people who why have a poor rich system. You know, why should people be poor? You know, why should people be poor on a planet that has plenty? You know, why does why do we have to destroy? Why do we have to steal the resources for those who are the ones who profiting? You know, no one likes to be questioned. You know, no one doesn't like to be questioned at all. You know. See, in Destiny, I learned about questioning my life and everything around me, you know, in my own way, you know. In Destiny, you talk about the Matrix, go to Destiny, and you'll understand about the Matrix, you know. Destiny has a, if you understand them, because they question everything, every single detail, down to your body, down to your energy of who you are. Yeah, white greed, you know. They're the one who's taking the credit for everything. They're the ones who is control of everything, whether you like it or not. You know, religion itself is white. You know, religion itself is white, especially here in America. I'm not talking about any. That's why I said I don't talk about any other country because I'm not familiar with that country. You know, if I lived in that country, then I would talk about it. But my experience is here in America, and this is where this is where I'm gonna talk most about. You know, whether you like it or not. Thank you. Have a nice day.